Did you ever envisage this day and this happening in the way that it's played out?
Hi, Dan. No, I couldn't see it this way. I was keeping my hopes until the last minute, until the first time that I saw Lionel Messi today start crying. Then I thought, yes, it's for real, leaving Barcelona. It's really sad day for all the fans of Barcelona, supporters. I think there's something that we never thought that it would happen, even though that we all know that he's 34, that maybe 2-3 more years it will be probably this day to say goodbye to Lionel Messi. But I would love to have seen it in a massive crowd at the Camp Nou with all his trophies, all his teammates, and everybody trying to farewell Lionel Messi as he deserves. It's been a little bit sad to see Lionel Messi living like this.
Yeah, it is sad. So a good word to use, isn't it, Frank?
Excuse me, I didn't hear what you said.
Triste, very sad.
Oh yes, it is. It is sad because of course you really hope that the guy will be applauded by all the fans. You imagine 100,000 fans at the Camp Nou, a big poster of himself, living like Iniesta and Xavi left the club. But it is what it is, and I'm sad. And I have also a thought about the Paris Saint-Germain fan. If Messi finally decides to sign for Paris Saint-Germain, we had a month ago or 2 months ago the cries from Ramos that we saw Messi crying. It's not a good sign when people are crying so hardly when they leave a club to sign for another club. But it's just a joke because of course it's understandable. But I teach some Paris Saint-Germain fans today, where my friends, I say, well, those two guys are not very happy to leave, but it is what it is. I was moved today when I saw the press conference. I was really moved because it was something special. As you said at the beginning of the show, nobody could imagine that Messi would have one day left the club, and that's the reality right now.
Even you, Stevie, it's quite emotional, isn't it?
It's just so strange, though. 12, 18 months ago he decided that he'd had enough and he was leaving, and now he wants to stay, then he's basically getting pushed out the door. I mean, you talk about Messi having so many firsts in his career. This has got to be a first. Yeah. That the best player in the world, probably still, is getting pushed out the door. I mean, no wonder he's crying. And if I'm a Barcelona fan, I would be crying as well. It's just the strangest thing. But as you said, it is sad when you see a guy as good as him and he wants to play for you, but yet you've made such a mess of it that it's impossible. I mean, that's even sadder.
Jules, let's address some social media myths, shall we? Starting off with the fact that Lionel Messi, of course, agreed to take a 50% wage cut. He said that in his press conference. People are saying, well, if he loved the club so much, why didn't he just play for free?
Yeah, that's a good point. We addressed it a little bit on the show last night as well. I mean, why? Even him playing on a free would not have resolved it anyway. He would have still not been able to register because, again, for all our viewers, right now, the Barcelona wage bill is 110% of all the club's income. So all the money that come in, just imagine all the money coming in, and they're one of the richest clubs in the world. 110% of that is giving back to wages to players. And if you take away Messi's wages in that, it's still 95% of their whole income, which is far too high. So even if he'd accepted to play for free, they wouldn't have been able to register him because the wage bill would have still been too high. So there was no way out of this mess, like Stevie put it, and that's the right words. No way out of this mess unless they had got rid of or sold half of the squad, and then Messi would have been able to be registered. But that was never going to happen.
Luis, it's going to be interesting now, isn't it, this post-Messi era, because everything is still going to be about Messi for so long.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching the game. They played tonight against Juventus, and it's just weird not to see him on the pitch, just to know that he's not going to be anymore wearing the Barcelona jersey. And it was a decent game. I think Barcelona played well. And they won 3-0 against Juventus. Of course, it's a friendly game. It's still a little bit. But in no more than 1 week, we got the first game against Real Sociedad. So It's going to be strange for quite a while, and I'm sure that Lionel Messi is going to be remembered for many, many years. I'm not talking about this season. I'm not talking about next season, because the number that he had during this 17 season that he's been in Barcelona, probably we are not going to see it make it again. I mean, it's so difficult what he has done from the age of 14 when he signed for Barcelona until today that he's leaving. I mean, those numbers, the goals he scored, the games he played, all the trophy he has gave to Barcelona, because we have to say, of course, when you got players around you like Xavi, Iniesta, Eto'o, Ibrahimovic, players that with such an amazing talent, of course you're going to win trophy. But at the end, the one who stayed there, who was still with Barcelona for so many years, has been Lionel Messi, and every single year showing that he was the best. So yes, we are going to remember Lionel Messi for many years and much more in the first game next week when we play against Real Sociedad.
Jules, just going back to how the Barcelona board got this so wrong. How could they register someone like Depay or indeed Kun Agüero ahead of Messi? It seems like they just woke up yesterday and thought, oh no, we won't be able to register him. He's got to leave now. Surely somewhere, someone somewhere told them, wait a minute, you're in big, big trouble here. You need to address this sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and you even wonder if maybe Laporta and his team knew it all along, really, because, I mean, to make it worse, to go back on your question, Dan, Kun Agüero and Memphis Depay are not even registered themselves. So right now, this is another issue that they can try to solve later. But had Messi still been on a contract, he would have been automatically registered for next season. The fact that he was a free agent, so his contract terminated, so he had to sign a new one, made it almost at the bottom of the queue, if you want, of all the players that are waiting to be registered once the wage bill is massively decreasing, which is not the case. But I thought Gab explained it really well on our show the night of this, where this whole earthquake happened, in the sense like someone clearly, if they didn't do it on purpose, well, kind of on purpose, if they didn't know about it, must have done the math so wrong of like, okay, Leo, this is what we can offer you, and we are sure, really sure that it will be okay with La Liga and that the league will validate your new contract and there will be no problem. Because that's certainly what Messi and his clan really thought it was. Coming back from holidays on Thursday, go to the Camp Nou, to the offices, sign the contract, and then start your pre-season, etc., etc. But clearly someone made a huge mistake somewhere, unless they knew it already, because the numbers never added up. Never added up. It was never possible that contract, even with him taking that huge pay cut, would be okay with La Liga, considering the salary cap, the wage bill, and the new very strict regulation that La Liga have in place.
You got to think that Laporta strung him one story. You know, because according to what we heard about him leaving the first time, it was because the president told him what was going to be happening, and he wasn't happy with it. He didn't think it would be successful, or whatever they were going to do wouldn't be successful. And that was the reason why he was going to leave the club. So Laporte must have given him some story, telling him we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then we're going to do this. And no one of the guys crying, because all of a sudden his whole family, not just him, his whole family thinks they're staying where they are. They'll be staying in the same house, go to the same schools, have the same friends. This has got a whole other thing to it as well. And all of a sudden, he gets a phone call. I need to have a word. You have to go. No wonder the guy's crying.
We've got to go to France as well. We'll dwell on that in a moment. But before we do, Luis, who are people blaming in Spain?
Well, at the moment, they have different focus. Some people is blaming La Liga, some people is blaming Laporta, Joan Laporta, some people is blaming the board from before, the board from Bartomeu, and some people is blaming Lionel Messi, because at the end, you get out your frustration pointing someone. The thing is that there's been so many misunderstandings on the way that we probably don't know, and it will be difficult to find it out. And the most important is probably the best player in the history and the best player in Barcelona at the moment is leaving the club. In a moment when he didn't want to leave, and he just mentioned it during the press conference, I don't want to leave. Yes, I told you that I wanted to leave a year ago, but now on this day, I'll tell you that I wanted to stay, but I can't.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.